Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to teach you how to juke in Roblox Murder Mystery 2 whether you're trying to escape a murderer, avoid a sheriff's shot, or even confuse other players while you're the murderer yourself. First, let's talk about juking as an innocent. When you're running from the murderer, it's all about throwing them off your trail and making unpredictable moves. Tip number 1. Use sharp turns and sudden changes in direction. When you're being chased, don't just run straight. Change your direction quickly by making sharp turns around corners. This will throw off the murderer's timing and make it harder for them to predict your movement. Tip number 2. Use the environment to your advantage. Every MM2 map has obstacles, walls, and tight spaces you can use to juke the murderer. If you run toward a wall or a bookshelf, quickly jump behind it. This forces the murderer to take a longer route to catch you, buying you more time. Tip number 3. Use doors and vents for surprise jukes. If you're on a map with doors or vents, use them to your advantage. Run toward a door or vent, but don't immediately go through it. Make the murderer think you're using it, then quickly change direction right before you go through. This can trick them into going the wrong way. Now, let's talk about juking as the murderer. Juking isn't just for the innocent. As the murderer, you need to throw off the sheriff or other players who are trying to figure out your next move. Tip number 4. Feinting and faking your attacks. As the murderer, if you're about to throw your knife at the sheriff, consider faking it. Run at them like you're going to throw the knife, then suddenly dodge or change direction. This causes the sheriff to miss their shot or panic and waste time trying to predict your next move. Tip number 5. Circle around the sheriff. If the sheriff is trying to aim at you, run in circles. By making circular movements, the sheriff will struggle to line up their shot, especially when you change directions quickly. And what about juking as the sheriff? If the murderer is after you, you'll need to make fast decisions to survive. Tip number 6. Use the reload time wisely. If you miss a shot as the sheriff, take advantage of the reload time. Use this moment to juke the murderer by jumping or changing direction quickly while you reload, then line up another shot once you're ready. Tip number 7. Teamwork makes the dream work. If you're in a game with friends or teammates, consider coordinating with them to confuse the murderer. You can each take a different path, making it harder for the murderer to catch one of you. When the murderer chases one player, the others can use the opportunity to run in another direction or escape. And that's how you juke in Roblox MM2. Whether you're trying to escape the murderer or confuse the sheriff, these juking techniques will help you stay one step ahead. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be a juking master. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more tips and tricks to dominate in MM2. See you next time. Stay sharp, and happy juking.